It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Raiders and the Shamrocks under the lights on Sunday night.
Well, they love their football in the East Bay, and the NFL has once again returned to Oakland, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap between the Dublin Shamrocks taking on the Raiders of Oakland. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Dubliners, well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by someone who needs less introduction than any player in the league. A Super Bowl champion, the league's most valuable player for a second time, Patrick Mahomes.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a short one to Gesicki. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 64 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Raiders at 2-7 now on the year. They come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
McCann's kick up and good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete. 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Finding the former Raider, Nelson Aguilar. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete.
He's These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. McCann's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball along, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 16 carries, 72 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Richardson off the play fake. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of man coverage and burns you. But if you bring out those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. They go play action with Richardson. It's caught. Smith. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run, found his spot, and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. This is caught. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Shamrocks are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Raiders heading out to take over. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. But you look at this defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Here comes Grant on the return. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Dublin with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Now it's Richardson. And that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 27-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Gain of 3 on the play. And a Dublin first down.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Richardson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Raiders. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. Pushes past him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Mahomes firing complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the gut, Fournette. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action. Now Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Smith to return it. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch.
As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mahomes now on first down. And going right back to Pittman. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down. And again, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Richardson to the air on first down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Richardson looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Dublin.
Here's Richardson to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. Richardson looking to throw this. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Third down and 6. Richardson. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
That's returnable now for Smith. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. Touchdown! Michael Pittman, 38 yards. And the Raiders have retaken a third quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on it. Are you going to put a smaller corner on it? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
3rd down and 1. Back to throw. Richardson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Richardson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. On the return, Tremont Smith. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6.
At the 41-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
First and 10 at the
Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 53 yards rushing for him now, and what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Hopkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That one good for 14 yards.
And the Dublin first down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard after the 49.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
2 yards on the play. First down, Dublin.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st down, Richardson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Finds his receiver, Watson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, Mahomes. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. Durham Smythe, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Richardson working from the gun.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be, and he's going to go down again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking here for Smith downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Fournette again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Michael Pittman.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now he'll escape to his left. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second down and 3. Richardson looking to throw this. A short one there to Freiermuth.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd and 10. Back to the air with Richardson. This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
1st and 10. It's Richardson.
He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. They'll complete this one to Watson.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Richardson yet again.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Raiders, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Dubliners, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Dalvin Cook,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us north of the border in the historic French-Canadian city of Montreal, Quebec. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Nighthawks of Honolulu taking on the Mounties of Montreal. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Montreal club.
They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from Hawaii,
they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started.
And we are underway here in Montreal. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft. Fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
2nd and 6.
Again, it's Cook. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Pierce on the counter.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stop the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they interplay here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
2nd and 9 now. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Nighthawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Now Mayfield. Short throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Going for it with Pierce. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A short throw there to Strange.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 27 yards. And the Nighthawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller,
but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.
Ryland on for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Adams.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield looks to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Mayfield setting up the screen for Cook. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Cook.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Mayfield feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Deidrin Sanat with a sack.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead,
and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Mounties are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And he'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Montreal offense ready to take over now. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Short throw, it's Higbee. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Mayfield down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Mayfield now from the 50.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. On now, the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
He'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Forced out to his left. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw again.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. You think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Kene Nwangu. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. A first down throw from Mayfield. And this one's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The throw over the middle taken in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. And complete, right side to Cook. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
16 yards, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
First down, Mayfield. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On second down, Cook. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. And
he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Mounties have taken the lead here this third quarter. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Dayon Henley in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On second down, here's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now to bring him back to the backfield, I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They'll try the middle with Cook. Shifts by him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13, it's a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now Mayfield. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Slant to Adams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll run with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They try again with Cook. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Mounties are able to widen their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Rosas to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He's got a man complete. And a huge play that time. 41 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. Gets past one man. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dameon Pierce. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Nighthawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. Pickup of 33 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Mounties get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Here we go on fourth down. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Another carry for Pierce.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Holding, offense.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Now that play stopped by Drake Jackson. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Finding Sutton.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incomplete.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Deion Henley.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Montreal, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Honolulu, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and this one features Josh Jacobs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Pioneers of Omaha taking on the Thunderbirds of Rio de Janeiro. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rio de Janeiro team.
And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for this visiting Omaha club,
They, too, were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
this taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Leading him out, a player whose Hall of Fame case will probably be debating in a handful of years. He's over 60,000 career passing yards. Matt Ryan.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 63 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Play action. It's Ryan. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And the slot man goes in motion left.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product.
Down to about the 22 here.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 3rd and 5.
Now it's Ryan.
He'll find Metcalf.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan.
And he is caught. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Raheem Mostert with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Pioneers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Well, they're brought out by a former #1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 132 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
4th down and on his Ty Long to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
His 4th catch already in this 1st quarter. It's a 1st down. Ryan.
That one complete to Parker.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
He's the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Beckham goes in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Goff's throw complete to Rager.
And touchdown!
Jalen Rager,
his first touchdown of the year.
And the Thunderbirds are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Moody good with the extra point,
and we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And the drive was polished off on the touchdown catch by Jalen Rager. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. But here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Ryan. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Shoves him away. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ryan.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Ryan. Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
And that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind, because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in the huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Goff. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This 2nd and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Ryan. Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2nd down and 8. Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now it's Ryan. Touchdown! Will Dissly, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Wolf on now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return is Jadon Mickens. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to Beckham.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Again, Goff. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Goff.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Sunday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. It was Raheem Mostert, the veteran, who did some damage in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
The return is Mickens. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now an option play on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Ryan. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ryan will throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now it's Ryan. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Thunderbirds are an extra point away from drawing level. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Moody good with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Omaha's offense back out for another series. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. And all the way in for the touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Pioneers have moved out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Wolf on now for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
The return is Mickens. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Here's Goff. This is 8. And it's a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard
To throw is Ryan.
He finds Parker.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Ryan to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. That's the end of the third.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They go with Jacobs. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Fights off the defender. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 50, it's gone.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They hand off to their big tight end. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it with the option right, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more. Saw it there. Did not work out. Turnover on downs. They send Parker in motion left.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
Devontae Parker. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Devontae Parker, 22 yards.
And the Pioneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense and more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
That is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Foreman powering ahead.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Now Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
And this throw brought in here by Mayer.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
This is Foreman, draw play.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw, Goff.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Goff. It's caught by OBJ. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And now they're in the hurry up. 3rd and 2, Goff.
He's got Mayer complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. From the red zone now, Goff. And that is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 2nd down, here's Foreman.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. That's a gain.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
3rd and 7.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
A big loss on the play. Brings up
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return is Mickens.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Goff.
He has Mayer, complete.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Goff now looks to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Omaha,
it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.
Meanwhile, for Rio,
it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
It's Week 11 of the NFL, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Voyagers and the Golden Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Caribbean Isle of Puerto Rico and its historic capital city of San Juan. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap
between the Mexico City Golden Eagles
taking on the Voyagers of San Juan. Hello again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis up in the booth. And, Charles, you look at this San Juan team as they enter play.
They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, from Mexico City, our visitors, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2. One of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
Now 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first carry for Rashad White.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Geno. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's brought down. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Geno now to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Mexico City.
They go with White on the counter. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Now Gino on first down.
Open man is Palmer.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Back to throw, Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Second down and 3.
Second and 3 at the 3-yard line.
They will run for the first time here with White. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
From the gun, here's Smith.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Nagar's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick.
And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally.
Touchdown! Trey McBride, his first touchdown on the year. And the Golden Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Chris Nagar now for the extra point.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he coughed it up. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Goes right back to McBride. It'll go as a gain of 4, and now it's 3rd and 3. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. They'll go up the middle with White. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Mexico City in possession. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Another run with Sanders. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, there is silly, and it leads to a play action sack. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Lawrence.
Short throw, hauled in by Kelce. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a San Juan 1st down.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Voyagers have got it back to within a score.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This taken in right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this one's...
Now White lost the football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Peterson. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. He'll find Hodgins there complete.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here complete to Kelce. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White.
We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably...
They've got his man complete! And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On the draw, it's White. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Out is Chris Nagar now to try the field goal.
He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
Nagar's kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown!
Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Voyagers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will put them on top here in the third. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Throwing now is Gino. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
John Franklin Myers, the run in there to drop him. 3rd and 9 here.
To throw is Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. White, he'll try the left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, No space to fit in the football.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Lawrence.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And a dump off to White. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Holding. Offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They'll try the right side here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. He's got McBride here over the middle. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Out is Chris Nagar now to try the field goal.
This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt.
Nagar's kick is good.
And they have regained the lead.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And he returns this to the 22. San Juan's offense ready to get started again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Right side to Williams.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. A 40-yard punt, no return. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Geno now to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. On 4th down, Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Geno.
Sideline throw complete to Davis.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
White is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion.
The guard's kick is good.
And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. The defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. From the 38 now, here's second down and 8. Another run here with Sanders. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41. And this offense on third down today, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 79 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Voyagers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bunt the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Smith. It's caught. This is White.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now Smith.
This is taken in by McBride.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's got White here. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Now it's Smith.
Who else would it be? Davis brings in another one.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's 1st and goal. Here's White.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Golden Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just, and now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 7, a minute 15 remaining.
Back to throw, Lawrence. They'll find Hodgins there complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
On the draw, here's Lawrence.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll do. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the
expecting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown. They're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This to almost certainly win the football game. Patterson's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Smith. That's caught by Palmer. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Smith's going to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look in the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for San Juan, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.